Good evening. Hi Samyukta, Vanakkam. Good evening Vasanti. Thank you Anandi Rao. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Hi Shobha Ravindra. Very good evening. Welcome Anuradha. Hi Vijaya. Good evening. Okay, Vasanti ma'am, very good evening and welcome to Jaishi Narayan Creations. Today we will be doing a sari painting using the stencil. Since there is some net connectivity issues here in my place, the session will be divided into two halves. One I will do it today and the rest of the work will be continued tomorrow. Okay, because I don't think I'll be able to complete the full thing at a stretch. And before we start, let me share with you the creations who all had done. The first one is Rekha's work. She has finished both the chokers, what we did yesterday. Okay, she has completed the Tolu chokers, both the monochromatic and the multicolored one in the Tolu style of work. Then we have Anandi Rao's. She has also done one piece. Hats off to both of you. Very good creations. Keep creating. Okay, and today it will be a different session once again on fabric only. So we will be doing an African pattern, cutting the stencils and thereby using it on the sari to paint it. Fine. Now we will begin the session. Here the design which I have taken is so I will not get it in my this phone because there is no net connectivity. I am using my husband's phone. I think I'll be able to interact with you during the session. And in case if I miss any of your comments and queries, please do bear with me. I'll go through it again after the session and will answer you. Okay. Now the design which I have taken here is an African pattern. The three ladies. So I am going to cut the stencil for this because it will be very easy for you because there is no detailing or no shading effect. All those things have to be carried out in this. Just filling of colors alone and making the saree a grand, beautiful one. So I have drawn the patterns, three ladies going one behind the other, all the three aligned in the same line, and we will do the cutting off the stencil now. And the saree which I have taken for today's session is a cotton one, and the finished piece is also of the same color, different one. Okay, so we will do the cutting of the stencil. Now for the stencil cutting, we need a OHP sheet and the design. This is going to be the stencil will be of 2 in numbers. Certain portions will be in one OHP sheet and the other portions will be in the other OHP sheet. So we need 2 OHP sheets. Take the sheets and then we will start the work. Now here I have already cut one. In the cut one I have the face and then the dress and then the basket which they carry on top. So okay. So the rest of the portions will be in the second OHP sheet. I will do that and I'll show you how to do it also. Easier one, any kind of pattern you can do. The only thing is you can have either 2 or 3 or 4 stencils also. Then we call it as a multiple stencil. Okay. So now we will do the rest of the portion in a different stencil. So now here what you must do is you should use a marker pen. Yeah, it's here. Use a marker pen to draw first on the OHP sheet. As I told you earlier in the previous, a different OHP sheet. Now I think you can see the dress and then the basket. Only these 2 things I have cut here. Okay, the dress and the basket. Now we will do the rest. In case if there is any net connectivity issue, please do share your comments so that we can stop it there itself and continue the class tomorrow, because it will get restored only by 6 o'clock. Both are of the same A4 size, so you can might as well keep it on top and then draw the pattern first. Please do mention whether my audio and video are clear, because I don't find any comments over here. And let me just thank you, Vijaya. Thank you so much. Yeah, Anuradha, we have done this earlier, but for the others, benefit of the others, I'm doing it again for my YouTube. Okay, so that the video will be there forever. Hi, Meena. Nothing special, Samyukta, because I was handling my husband's phone. I don't know how to handle it. My daughter was helping me out. Okay. Hi, Pratibha. Hi, Shobha. Shanti. Good evening. Nagu Kumari. Very good evening. Thank you. It's clear. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Now we will draw the outline first. So here the outline for the face, then the hand and the other hand also. So just draw only the outline. Yes. You can use even sketch pen also, no issues. Now here in the earlier one I have done up till here. So now we need the next hand also. A beautiful one. And earlier I have told you about the thing. We had an order of 45 sarees of the same pattern for a school for an annual day. The teachers, for the teachers, the materials, the sarees they had given me. Only painting was done by us. So the time given to us was only 1 month, and somehow we managed to finish it and hand it over to them. It was a hectic time. The full month we were just day and night we were working. Of course, there were many students who had come to help me also. So they learned the stenciling at that time. those who had not done this with me before, I think you can do it right now. Now we have done one. Then we will move on to the second. All the three should be in the same OHP sheet. Okay. Hi Padmini, good evening. Thank you Vasanti, thank you Nagakumari. Now we will move on to this next one. Once again, the face, then the hand. Just close it. Then the continuation of the next hand. Make it little prominent. I think you can draw 2-3 times on top of it. Yes. Now the feet, the legs. You need to close this portion because this is separate stencil and this is separate stencil. So just give a close over here and then continue the line. Tangier painting you have sent, is it? No net, no. So I did not see any of your this thing. I will go through it. Then I will just show it to the others in the next session. Okay. Now this is running in hotspot. So I didn't want to open the other device. Some issues, so we are right from the morning, it's very difficult to get the thing connectivity. A little more, it is not clear, so let me draw. Then we will move on to the third one also, the face. Do the face and then the side. If everything goes well, we will complete it today itself. Okay. And then here. The bottom portion. I'll use a stencil. I don't think that's working out properly. And the stencil cutter also, I left it in a college where I had a demo. So I will be using the scissors only for today's class. I just left both the cutters over there. Thank you all so much for the support you are extending, and very glad that you people have started doing it also, most of you. Done. Now after you do this, we need to cut it. Okay, so we can keep the design aside. Now for cutting you can use, now I'll tell you one thing, you can just make a slight mark for the beginners now, so we can make a slight mark for the dresses also, so that you will understand what is done here to cut the stencil, the technique. Okay, just the line, we are not going to cut that portion, but for the benefit of the beginners, let me just draw the line. Just a reference, that's it. Done. Okay, now using if you have a paper cutter, tomorrow I'll try to show you the paper cutter. I think the ma'am will send it through someone. If you don't have the paper cutter, you can always use the blade. Okay, blade and the scissors. Now what you must do next step is just a minute. One second, please. Okay, now we need the face, the hands and the legs. Okay, so make a small slit in the center of the face. Just at one place is more than enough. For all the three faces, all three figures, give a small cut in the thing. Similarly for the legs also, make a slit open, one here for one leg, then another one. If you have a paper cutter, it will be very easy. First I thought of postponing the session, but later I thought let me just show you this technique also. Done. Now what you must do next is take the scissors, one second, okay. Now take the scissors, pass it from the back side, from the bottom side, and then start cutting the OHP sheet along the outline drawn. Very, very carefully, just cut along the outline. Try to pass the scissors from the bottom to the top and then move it along the outline, then cut it. Now the left hand, and I am moving the scissors to the top, going along the outline. Just throw it off, otherwise it might disturb you a lot, that small strip. Okay, now follow the right hand, just move the scissors down. Now the face, I'm going to cut the face. turn it the other way. Sorry, always from the bottom you push the scissors to the front, cut the nose, and here also. I'll cut the small strips and all, okay, bits and all. Let me cut it, otherwise it's misleading us. Yes, now I can see it properly. It's just glaring, so found it little bit difficult to cut the thing. Okay, now the hand is cut here. Yes, done. Now can you see the portion? Just see here, the head, the right hand, then the left hand. Same way you need to do the leg also. Both the legs you have to do. So pass the scissors from the bottom. We have already made a slit open, so just follow that and then cut it. In fact, I had 2 sets, but I gave it off in the college. So I thought I could cut one well in advance and show you the other piece. One leg I'm going to complete. Okay. This is done. And the feet we have to cut. If you have a paper cutter, the OHP sheet cutter, you can use the paper cutter itself. It will be really good. And you can finish it fast also. In fact, I have 2. Okay, now one leg is cut. We will do the second one also. Just follow the line. Done. We are almost going to finish the first one. Okay. Yes. Now the feet. Just lift the bit. Give a cut. Yes, done. Now can you see? To keep, I don't know whether you could see the thing. Yes. Now can you see the 2 legs with the feet and then the head, left hand and the right hand. So now we are ready with one motif. Same way you need to do the other 2 also. Now let us start the painting, and I am going to do it on a cotton stuff. Okay, so if you are going to use a cotton saree or a cotton material for such kind of work, try to remove the starch Then you iron it. This is, I have soaked it in water for half an hour, rinsed it properly and made it to dry completely. After drying, I have given a press also, ironed it also. So after ironing, you have to start the work. Because why we do this for the, especially for the cotton is, and when you're putting the color on top of it, there will be already starch in it, in the cotton. So the color will touch only the the starch portion. So when you wash it for the next time, some of at some places, some of the portions, the color might come off. So it will be a real disappointing thing for us now. So because as the starch gets lifted up, the paint also comes along with it. So better to avoid, what we do is we wash the fabric first, iron it, and then you start the work on it. Okay. Now we will do the coloring. So for the demo, I'm going to use this piece of fabric. And before we start, I'm not going to do it on the wooden base. I'm going to do it on the fabric itself. Fabric in the sense, below the thing, I have spread out an old cotton saree. So I have removed the wooden base. Now I will spread out the fabric which is to be painted. One corner I will do it. Okay. Now you have to place one by one. So now we will do on this painting, and for the application of the colors, we are going to use the